here.
That's it. Oh. It's 5 o'clock. We're going to call this meeting to order. First on the agenda is we're going to have a roll call, starting with Commissioner District 1.
DeAndre Knoxon, District 1.
Barbie Tucker, District 2.
Brian Getchis, Commissioner at Large.
Abel Garza, Mayor.
Wade Johnson, Commissioner at Large.
Chris Sharp, District 3.
Jason Delgado, District 4.
Next on the agenda is the invocation led by Pastor Kevin Herring from the Fellowship of Texas City, and followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, going to be led by Commissioner Knoxon. Please stand, please.
Greetings, everyone. Let's pray. Our most gracious and all-powerful Heavenly Father, we thank you for how you love us, how you care for us. We come before you tonight in need of you. You made us a promise through your Son that if 2 or 3 of us were gathered in your name, that you would give us what we ask for. So we ask you to help us to be all that you have called us to be, you have created us to be. I ask you tonight to bless our mayor and this commission, bless the people of this city and the items on the agenda tonight. Pray that you would bless our town. We cannot do what you want us to do without your help. This city has much promise and prophecy to fulfill. We can't do it without you. We pray that you would bless the proceedings tonight, and we pray that your name would be hallowed around the world, but especially in this city. May your kingdom come, your will be done on earth, in Texas City as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledges.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Texas pledge.
Honor
the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas,
one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you. Pastor Herring, any announcements? Anything going on that we need to know? Thank you for coming out at the last minute. We appreciate you. Thank you. Next on the agenda is we're going to have a report regarding live streaming update from Innovation Technology.
Good evening. All right. This is just informational. No action or anything needs to be taken. This is just bringing y'all up to date on where we stand as far as moving to live streaming the commission meeting. The city was asked to look into live streaming and expanding to public access. Communications currently records the meeting, and the footage gets uploaded afterwards to YouTube. Going forward, IT is going to assist with the meeting audio and video so that the public can watch it in real time and rewatch later. The video will be posted on YouTube after, not immediately following the meeting. YouTube has a process that they go through compressing the video. That's just their internal policy. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear. The meeting would be live streamed. It's roughly about a minute to a minute and a half behind, just for the technology to broadcast it and get it onto YouTube. On top of that, and the other thing I wanted to make sure that I brought up was that it isn't immediately there, but it will be there within about an hour is what we see. We're starting lean. We're going to do a pilot program. So currently what we're doing is we ordered some equipment to help encode the video and bring in the audio. And we're tweaking it on the back end and recording some of the meetings on the newer equipment and doing all the testing, seeing what works and what doesn't work, and making the adjustments as needed. Cool. One-time equipment versus ongoing. We're using the current equipment that communications department already has. We've added some video encoding boxes that takes the video from their camera and allows us to broadcast it to YouTube. And so that's basically the cost. As of right now, we haven't spent too much. It's more been just the labor of staff time doing it. We're going to dedicate 2 IT people to the commission meeting moving forward at this time to help with the video broadcasting side of it and to help communications as needed with just running the cables, setup, and audio. From one thing I want to make sure that's obvious is, you know, from what I've been told in the past of my years of doing this, is that once you kind of start, it's very, very hard to stop because public perception is, you know, why are you trying to stop it, right? But so just everybody needs to understand that, know that. I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of that. So live streaming. Different platforms have different policies. So there might be some reasons, and what we're doing right now, and the next slide kind of shows it, is we're working on gathering different policies. We're making our own, and then we're going to send them over to the legal department and the city secretary's office to review to make sure we don't violate any kind of open meeting acts. But like YouTube themselves has some policies about certain content that you can and can't have, things that people might come up and say. So we want to hold the right and the ability to possibly turn off the live stream during an event that will get us, the city, in trouble with our partner like YouTube. Once again, that's all going to be brought to y'all in a policy after legal reviews it, just to kind of lay out the rules and regulations and make sure that everybody has a very good understanding of when we do this, what to expect. My favorite, best effort policy. Technology, as everybody knows, has its flaws. So if the internet drops, obviously the live stream is going to drop. If the electricity in the building goes out, we lose the live stream. So we're also going to add certain verbiage just to, once again, as a precaution to make everybody aware that it's like that 99.9% guarantee that we'll be live streaming. There could be an event that causes us not to be able to do it. Where things stand, we're currently doing a pilot, even as of right now. We're using some of the equipment. You'll see I'm over there with my headphones in, listening to their equipment to see how the audio sounds as we're pulling it through, transmitting it, and testing it all out. Policies in progress, and more equipment's been ordered as we needed to fix different issues that we came across. That's simple, fast, and I'll entertain any questions.
I just got to state that thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate your effort.
I'm gonna leave before anybody has something else.
Thank you.
A milestone. Thank you.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is public comments, but before I get to that, I just want to make 2 announcements. At the last meeting that we had, there was a citizen who wanted to speak at the municipal complex meeting, and I mistakenly said, no, we're not discussing hotel and restaurant tax. The person who made the comment really did have a right to speak, and I want to apologize to that person. I don't see him here now.
He's here.
Oh, Mr. Gomez, I apologize for last meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you. And the next item is that we also had scheduled an executive session. We're going to table that for the next meeting. We're not changing anything that was going to be discussed in that meeting. We just have to make sure we post it in accordance with the Texas Government Code. So we're going to have that discussion at the next meeting. So having said that, we're going to start with public comments. The first person is Rita Waldrop. She wants to talk about used books donations for the Friends of Moore Memorial Library. Is Ms. Rita Waldrop? Yeah, thank you. Followed by Mr. Gary Scoggins.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Rita Waldrop. I'm the treasurer for the Friends of Moore Memorial Library. We are a not-for-profit corporation that raises funds for the local library by sponsoring various programs, such as the summer reading program. We also volunteer at different functions of the library. Our funds come from two sources. One is the membership fees for joining Friends, which is only $10 per year, but the main revenue comes from selling used books, DVDs, puzzles, and games. We do that at the library, where we have a spot to display those items, and all of those are either cash or Zelle. We also hold a big annual book sale in the spring at the library over a 3-day weekend. So I'm here to speak because I kind of talked to some people in the community, and they were not aware that we even exist. But if you, any of your friends or family, would like to donate any of the books, DVDs, or any of those items, we would certainly appreciate it, because they would go for a very, very good cause. So you can either donate them at the library, and the same thing, you can join us. So Friends is always looking for new members. Or you can contact us directly if you have any kind of questions or anything about donations at friendsofthelibrary2026@gmail.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Scoggins, followed by Ms. Barbara White.
Hi, I'm Gary Scoggin. I live here in Texas City. Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, thank y'all. There's two things very, very quickly. First of all, I'm really happy on the economic development front to see what's going on. I just want to put a plug in for Kristen and the good job that she's doing. And as we go through the budget, give her everything she needs, because she's making it rain around here, okay? Okay. The second thing is also real quick, the live stream discussion that we just had. I'm so thrilled to see that, okay? And that, just our church has been doing that for a long time. I know that doing a church is different than doing this, and there's a lot of other constraints. I think the technology is not the hard part. It's going to be the policies and the procedures and all of that kind of thing. And so I'm very happy to see that the city is moving forward with a policy to do live streaming. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Scoggins. Ms. Barbara White. Followed by Ms. Reva Rodriguez.
I wrote mine down so I get it on 3 minutes. That's tough. My name's Barbara White. Since I didn't get a grant for school supplies for the students attending Texas City and Lamarck Public Schools in Texas City Independent School District, I would like to be able to ask for funds under youth services from community development to feed low-income students during Thanksgiving when they will be out of school. Gift boxes would include a turkey and items to fix a meal for Thanksgiving. This Saturday is the Valero Backpack Giveaway at the front Blocker Middle School gym starting at 9 o'clock. We intend to give away 600 backpacks filled with supplies and 600 pair of new tennis shoes and socks, as well as clothing for elementary students and toiletries for secondary students. Anyone who can come at 8:45 and help, we need you. The Rotary Club of Texas City is sponsoring the Alzheimer's, the Walk to End Alzheimer's on Saturday, October the 10th at 9 o'clock at the front Blocker Middle School gym. Signs are available at the back of the room, and sign up to walk is at the Rotary Club of Texas City, Walk to End Alzheimer's, or at Blocker Middle School when you sign in at 8:30 on October the 10th. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. White. Is Riva Rodriguez, followed by Good Citizen.
Hi, Texas City. Good afternoon. My name is Riva Rodriguez, born and raised here in Texas City. I truly love this community. I'm grateful to be alive and well today. I appreciate the opportunity to ask questions that I believe are important to the citizens of Texas City. So I guess this would actually be more for the chief. And if I need to write it down or do open records, whatever I need to do, I'll do that. Or meet with you. But me and my mom we would like to meet with the mayor. I just met with Mr. Tumbleson and whoever else wants to be involved. But we have some closures. My brother that died October 28, 2024. You weren't the chief at the time. However, we've been doing a lot of open records requests, lots, and I haven't gotten nowhere with Ramari Lee, so this is why I'm doing this public. I won't take too much of your time, but I would like to ask some questions regarding the body-worn cameras used by the Texas City police officers and the dash camera footage from Texas City patrol vehicles. Why does Texas City appear to apply a full-frame readduction or a blur across entire portions of the body cameras and the patrol vehicle dash camera videos, rather than simply redeactivating specific information that is legally required to be withheld? So some of the videos that we've seen, everything's a blur. So I have looked at how other police departments have handled similar public records requests, including Galveston and Webster, and I do not see the same type of full-frame blurring being applied in the same manner. Why is Texas City handling these records differently? So that's going to be one of my questions. Hopefully I can meet with you. When an entire video or substantial portions of a video are blurred from the beginning to an end, it makes it extremely difficult for the public to understand what is actually happening. It also raises legitimate questions about transparency and accountability. So I would respectfully like to know, who within the city of Texas City or is records department makes the determination to apply a full blur or redaction to an entire body camera or dash camera recording? That's going to be another question. What specific law or statute, policy, or legal opinion authorizes the city to redact the recording in this manner? Is the decision made by the records department and the police department, the city attorney, or another official or department? Is there a written policy governing when a body camera and dash camera footage may be fully blurred or otherwise deactivated? If so, I would like to request a copy of that policy. Does the mayor have any role in the establishing, improving, or overseeing this policy, or has this been handled independently by the police department, records department, or the city attorney? And most importantly, I have 13 seconds, what is the reason for the blurring of the entire video on October 28th, 2024, when my brother was killed in the Texas City Police custody? So I will be getting with y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. Good Citizen.
Hi there, Mayor, Councilman. Thank you for having my time. I heard the previous speaker. I wasn't quite sure. One of my questions was in regards to, do we have any ideas on a new full-time police chief? I heard her respond out to somebody in regards to chief. Wasn't sure if we got a new one. But if y'all do have any ideas on a new one, I would like to hear from that. As well as for the police, I'm more on transparency for the police. Y'all will learn that soon. I'm a new resident here. But what is y'all's ideas on implementing new ideas for transparency on police? Currently, all the police members, the employees of the police, they're all for the police. Of course, no police member wants to get in trouble, just like no garbage man wants to get in trouble at the garbage company. So who are we going to implement, or what ideas are we going to implement in order to hold more transparency and accountability versus just these First Amendment auditors going around and having to record police? We shouldn't really have to dedicate time to do that. There should be somebody that our government should already have employed in order to show that transparency, and under the past several decades that has shown that has not worked. Currently with Texas going back to prohibition now with their new little law, it's kind of crazy how something so small as a piece of rice would be worse than hurting a baby. But that's what we do now. So I hope that y'all will be able to, I guess, make a difference. And I don't want Texas City to be a follower. If we're going to do something right, we should be able to be the leader in that and not the follower. So thank you for your time. And y'all have a blessed day.
That concludes the public comments. We'll go to the consent agenda. Commissioners, you have items A through H. What's your pleasure?
Mayor, I just have one point of information. I'd like you to pronounce that vendor name in item C.
We'll let Commissioner Knoxon do that. I was going to pull item C as well. I'm recommending that we table this. There's some issues that came up that we need to clarify, and we're hoping to table this one until the next meeting. Is that correct? And also, I'd like to pull item H. So we'll pull that one, and we'll discuss that one in a minute. So before you, you have items A, B, D, E, F, and G. Commissioners, what is your pleasure?
Okay, I'll make a motion to go ahead and A, B, C, A, B, D, E, F, G.
There's a motion to approve A, B, D, E, F, and G. Is there a second?
I'll second.
As a point of information before we vote, Commissioner Knoxon, I know that item C was I think an area of personal interest to you. Are you comfortable with all that?
Yeah, I am. Yes, sir. We can hear you every day. Yes, sir, Commissioner Delgado. I am okay with us pulling this item. Talking with Joe and other staff, we're just doing some more due diligence to make sure this is the right move for the city of Texas City.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other discussion? There's a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I wanted to pull item H, which is consider and take action on resolution number 2026-091, appointing a member to the Civil Service Commission to fill a vacancy. I was given 2 applications of people who had applied to be a civil service member, and I want to nominate Andre Isbell. Andre Isbell is a criminal justice faculty member at Galveston College. He promotes ethical policing, accountability, and public service, and is very knowledgeable in this arena, in civil service. And that is my nomination. I don't know if anyone else has anybody else. If not, I need a motion to approve that nomination.
That's a point of information, Mayor. The gentleman that was in the agenda, Gregory, I forget the gentleman's name. Is that name withdrawn then?
Gregory Mitchell?
Yes.
His application is being kept.
You're holding that?
Yes.
Okay, so we're not voting to approve 2, just the gentleman.
Just one, yes, we're just doing one
Thank
right
you.
now. And that was a very good second, by the way, person. So there's a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
There was not a second.
Second.
Was it a second?
Oh, we didn't hear it down there.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a motion and a second, and we did some discussions. Who made the motion?
Who made the motion and who made the second?
The motion was, yeah,
Okay,
and the second was made by.
okay.
Yes. Now, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is regular items. Item number 1 is A is discussion and possible action on resolution number 2026-089, directing the zoning commission to conduct an analysis on ordinances section 160-041, section 8, and report the findings to the engineering department.
Good evening, Mayor, City Commission members. So this item, 160-041, it's in your Code of Ordinances, your zoning code. and quite specifically, this is under the light industrial zoning district, and it's a very specific requirement to have masonry facade on new buildings. And so there's a notion out there that maybe the current standard is too cumbersome, and it possibly it discouraging some investment in the community. So with approval of this, staff will prepare some information, present that to the zoning commission after a public hearing, and then their recommendation will be brought back to you.
Any questions for Mr. Kniper?
I just want to express my support for this. I was delighted to see this on the agenda, and I am grateful that Commissioners Johnson and Tucker brought this forward. Since getting elected, I have had now 12, I've been keeping a log, 12 meetings with 12 different developers who have pointed to this and various other practices. And while not all of them have left and taken their business elsewhere, at least 4 of those 12, so roughly 30-ish%, have moved on to go take their business to some other municipality. So I do think this needs to be revisited, and I applaud my colleagues for putting this on the agenda. Thank you.
I have a question, Mayor. Light industrial, that will be pretty much the south side of Tech City? South of Texas
Light
Avenue?
industrial is kind of distributed all throughout the community. So there's some along Texas Avenue, there's some along Emmett F. Lowry, 1765. So yeah, again, it's not necessarily next to residential areas, but it is distributed across the community.
How did this ordinance come about? Were you around when this ordinance came about?
It was here when I got here in 2008, so it was a little bit before then. There was kind of the thought process was the community just wasn't looking right. There was way too much metal siding on some of the buildings. It doesn't last long. You have to repaint it. It rusts. The fasteners don't look good, so staff came up with the idea of a masonry facade on a lot of the buildings in the community.
So to me, that sounds like by ensuring masonry brick, we're just ensuring that our city looks, attractive and nice. Whereas if the planning board takes this away, then we can possibly go back to having that same concern.
Aesthetics is a big part of it. It also just being robust and being manageable, maintainable.
Okay.
I think we look a lot better when we actually have businesses coming into our county. And new businesses and new buildings.
Whatever the hell that
Work
means.
both ways.
Whatever the hell that means.
Well, it means we need jobs. That's what that means. It means we need to dig ourselves out of our budgetary hole.
Whatever the hell that means too.
Yeah. I'm for this. There's a very humorous example, Doug, over off of 146, over where the Rainbow Bread Store used to be. I'm not sure what that's called now. But there's a row of all light industrial businesses, welding supply, steel supply, like nobody's going over there to buy groceries. And there's one business that's got an all brick facade. Like whoever that poor gentleman was, I hope his P&L works out for him, because that's an area where visitors aren't deciding to live in Texas City by going over to where the welding supply store is. So I, for one, think this needs to be reviewed, right? Because what we're really talking about, Doug, is just an analysis. Like we're not taking action to disband it, we're gonna do an analysis.
So the thing, yeah, you're gonna take this to the zoning commission, they're gonna look at this.
Fantastic.
And based on some recommendations from staff, but the zoning commission, yeah, will take a look at this criteria for masonry facade in the light industrial zoning district. Come back to you with a recommendation.
Yeah, so I thought it was okay to ask questions, to be transparent. So I understand this is just an analysis that we're doing, but I was just taking the time to ask a question. Thank you, Doug.
Okay.
Any more questions for Mr. Kniper? What's your pleasure, commissioners?
I make a motion that we approve this.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Delgado, seconded by Commissioner Knoxon. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Regular item B. Consider and take action on resolution number 2026-090 approving ITB 2026-022 citywide gasoline and diesel fuel contract and authorizing the city to enter into a contract with Suncoast Resources LLC. Mr. Harrelson.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. This is simply just an annual contract for our fuel. We had 3 bidders, and Suncoast was the successful bidder, the most qualified bidder for this. They were, for the last 5 years, they've been our fuel supplier, and we recommend entering into a new contract with these guys.
Any questions for Mr. Harrelson? What's your pleasure, Commissioners?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Sharp, second by Commissioner Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
Next on the agenda, since we tabled item 8, is to go to number 10, Commissioners' comments. We'll start with Commissioner Delgado this time.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Mayor. A couple of things. First, thank you, Mayor and staff, for facilitating the special meeting. I think that was a fantastic public discussion, and I think the evidence abounds given the high amount of attendance. We were still pulling out chairs and seating more people as they were coming in. It was a fantastic discussion. I have spent, I think, the weekend going through at a very detailed level the architectural drawings, and my conclusion is there's no possible way we're going to get to where we need to be with that current design. The massive storefront windows in a hurricane zone, the massive masonry, a 4-story bell tower, I think there's no way we get to where we need to be. And so that leads into, I've been communicating my intention to hold a town hall. The challenge for any constituents that live on my side of the city is I haven't been able to get a place that has a screen and audio and all the other kinds of things. But I think we got a line on where we can conduct it. And I encourage you to come because we're going to talk about alternative plans for the municipal complex, where I think for about 40,000 square feet, we can build it for about $10 million if we abandon some of the ideas that were in the original design. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Okay, first I want to apologize to Commissioner Noxon for making that snarky remark. That was unnecessary and unprofessional, so sometimes I'm human, it happens. I want to also talk about what the person was talking about with the cams, the body cams. If I'm right, those are rented, so we should look at that and see what's going on with that. And if they're bad and they're not doing it, we need to rent them from someone else or get our own, because we can't have that. Other than that, that's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Johnson.
Well, I have a thank you from the HOA from Lone Trail Village for actually listening to some concerns that they had about some traffic problems they had in their subdivision. They wanted to send a thank you to Mr. Tumbleson and Mr. Hurlson also for seeing that it got finished through, and they hope to proceed further with this administration in solving any other problems that may come up. So.
And the chief too.
And the chief, yeah, the chief participated in that as well.
Thank you. Commissioner at-large. Ketchis.
I'd just like to remind everyone, and hopefully you can attend, August 11th at 5:30, we're going to have a hearing, Wings of Heritage Room on Margaritaville. And pro or con, please come, let your voice be heard. We deserve it. It's been 3 years now, and we haven't put this to bed yet. Let everyone please come, make your voice heard, and be there.
Thank you, Commissioner Getchis. Commissioner Tucker.
I would just like to say I'm glad that we are seeing larger and larger crowds every time. And I think that next week or the next meeting, we ought to add at least one extra row in the back, because it seems to be a continuing trend that we're having more and more people. And glad to see y'all come out and support us.
Thank you, Commissioner Tucker. Commissioner Oxen.
I'd just like to say thank you to the Neighborhood Improvement Services Department for working with me, working with a property owner in District 1 with getting an overgrown bush cut. That overgrown bush has been an eyesore for several years, and I just appreciate them jumping on that sweet foot to get that cut down. Secondly, I would like to just bring up that I'll be trying to work with our Neighborhood Improvement Services or the Fire Department on our ordinances regarding bandit signs. I think we see a lot of those around Texas City, and I think they do us no good, but that's something I wanted to look into as well. So thank you for the time.
Thank you, Commissioner Noxon. On my part, I just want to echo Commissioner Getch's comments. We hold public hearings for the public. It's important that you come out. If you have an issue with what's going on in the city, this is your chance to say whatever it is you need to say, pro, con, indifferent, whatever you want to say. That's the intent of public comments. Whether it be the one that we had for the municipal complex, which Commissioner Delgado really loved, or whether it be the Margaritaville, or whatever, any public comment, we really encourage the public to come, because this is for you guys. This is for you guys to say whatever it is that's on your mind. And I also want to thank Ms. Boyd and Kelly, Ms. Kelly Bender. The budget, they're doing what they need to do to get us back with the audit processes, and you're working with that new accounting firm, and that's really good. We need to get our status back. The Attorney General has been contacted about the letter that we received, and we're hoping to get some good news back so we can do something with our tax rate. But we're hoping to have the new tax rate decided by the next commission meeting. Is that correct? No, after the 16th. Okay. Thank you. Now, I know that's a lot of work. I don't know how y'all see so many numbers so long. I couldn't do it. Now, I'll open it up to staff for updates. Any updates from the staff? Really now? Not even the library. Well, having no comments, this meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.